The President, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, will in May reveal his choice among those aiming to be his successor on the platform of the All Progressive Congress, a presidential source has revealed to Sunday Punch. According to the source, the President is critically studying the aspirants, their attitudes, actions, backgrounds, and others before either making his pronouncement on the issue or directing his trusted aides on whom to queue behind among them. Some of the aspirants who have made their intentions known to run for the presidency are Vice President Yemi Osibanjo, Minister of Transportation Mr. Rotimi Amaechi, Minister of Labour and Employment Senator Chris Ngige, a former Governor of Lagos State Osibanjo Bola Tinubu, Kogi State Governor Yahya Bello, his Ebonyi State counterpart David Umahi, a former Governor of Abia State Senator Orji Uzor, and ex-Governor of Imo State Rochas Okorocha. They have openly declared their interest to succeed the president, whose second term ends on May 29, 2023. Others rumored to have presidential ambition in the party but have yet to declare their intentions include the Governor of Ekiti State, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, and the Governor of Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele. Buhari had expressed fear that his favorite presidential candidate might be eliminated if he revealed their identity. He said this during an exclusive interview with Channels Television in January, while noting that he had no special interest in the 2023 presidential election. "It is not my problem," he replied when asked about the next presidential election. He stated, "I'm not interested. I believe that whoever wins the poll should be sworn in as the next leader of Nigeria. All important things have been documented. No one should ask me to appear before the courts to give evidence on any issue, public funds. All important things are already on record. I'm sure about that." When asked about his preferred successor, the president replied, "I won't tell you my favorite for 2023. He may be eliminated if I mention him. I better keep it a secret." The ruling party has fixed May 30th and 31st for its presidential primary election. The APC, in a letter addressed to the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, dated April 6th, notified the electoral body of the date and schedule of its primaries for the nomination of candidates for the 2023 general elections. The letter was signed by the party's National Secretary, Senator Iyola Omisore. This serves as a formal notification pursuant to the provisions of Section 85 of the Electoral Act 2010 as amended. Kindly arrange for your officials to monitor the exercise accordingly. While hoping to receive your cooperation, please accept the assurance of my highest esteem," the letter read in part. However, the presidency source said there was no way Buhari would allow all the APC presidential aspirants to go into the race without having an input. He said, "You saw how he handled the race for the chairmanship of the party. Was it rancorous? No, it was not. The president knows what to do at the right time. The man who is the national chairman of the party today was not even in the race in the beginning. And he also said so when he assumed office. He said he was never interested about a month before the election. The president knows the characters of those in the race. He knows their antecedents and what they can do or how they will behave when they go to power. So he will never allow the party to go into the primary without giving direction. Have you ever seen an incumbent who is not interested in who his political party will present as his likely successor? Even the governors are equally doing the same thing at the state level. So, I'm sure the president will speak next month before the presidential primary. He's a tactician. He knows how to handle such a delicate matter." Meanwhile, the decision of the APC to peg its presidential nomination and expression of interest form at 100 million naira seems not to have intimidated some 7 public officials, as they have expressed willingness to pay the sum. Sunday Punch, however, learned that while some would be buying the forms directly, groups will be buying them on behalf of others. For instance, it was learned that the group known as Businessmen for Osibanjo would purchase the forms for the vice president. The group, led by Dr. Tayo Fashogbon, said 97 million naira had been budgeted for the forms for Osibanjo. However, an aide to the vice president who wished to remain anonymous said more than 3 groups have offered to buy forms for Osibanjo. There are more than 3 groups jostling to buy the forms for Osibanjo. In fact, one person also came forward offering to buy the forms, so the 100 million naira will not be a problem, he said. Okorocha told Sunday Punch that he could afford the 100 million naira forms. "I can afford to obtain my form by myself," said the Imo West senator. Okorocha agreed with the APC's decision to peg the form at a high cost, adding that it would indeed separate the serious aspirants from the unserious ones. He, however, said the party ought to give people enough time to purchase the forms. The former governor also said aspirants should not be buying forms with their personal money. Rather, their supporters should purchase the forms for them. He added, "I think what should be done going forward is for every presidential aspirant and governorship aspirant to have people purchase their forms. At least if you can have 10,000 people contribute and you know the money is coming from their account to support you, it means that you are a popular candidate. This gives you some kind of seriousness, and time must be given, because if they are saying 100 million naira and slam it on the people and say tomorrow, bring 100 million naira, that's also a problem for most people who have contacted their supporters. So going forward in a nascent democracy, I think people should learn to sponsor their candidates rather than the candidates sponsoring themselves. So he knows he owes the people." In a chat with our correspondent, the spokesperson for Governor Yaya Bello campaign organization, Lateef Kolakpo, said the governor would not step down because of the 100 million naira forms. Kolakpo noted that the Kogi State governor became wealthy long before coming into power in 2016. He said Bello could even afford to buy the forms for others. Responding to a question, Kolakpo stated, "Why will Yaya Bello step down because of the amount for forms? 100 million naira. Do you know what he even was before becoming the governor of Kogi State? He was the single largest donor to the aspiration of most of all of these people you see in federal places everywhere. He supported people to get their tickets to win elections with proceeds from his chains of business. He's been a successful businessman all along. Forget about Kogi State or about him being a governor. In his personal capacity as Yaya Bello, he can buy 100 million naira form for as many candidates as willing to contest. That aside, Yaya Bello is going to be on the ballot no matter what. He cannot step down for anybody. That is not even on the horizon at all." Recall that the PDP had criticized the nomination fee of the APC presidential form for 100 million naira, asking the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) to investigate any aspirant from the platform that purchases the party form.